Hey mystery crew, it's Mystery Girl with Missy, and I'm Missy. Welcome back. And I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, my new subscribers and my long-term subscribers. Thank you for your support so much. I do have up my fair use disclaimer because we are talking Jenelle Evans, and some like to say you don't have permission to use photos. I am using them under commentary purposes, and I am also using my First Amendment rights, freedom of speech. I do have up a trigger warning for my First Amendment rights, just in case I tend to get a little pissed off at the end as I'm talking and I lose control of my language. So I was right. Today was the court date for Janelle for the custody hearing, and here's the exclusive from the Ashleys. Exclusive: David Eason removed from the courtroom during Jenelle Evans' custody hearing. Investigation into David's alleged abuse of Jace and siblings ramp up. Yes, this is what we want to hear. Yes. Jenelle Evans had her day in court on Wednesday to try to hold on to custody of her oldest son, but the fired teen mom had to do it without her ever-present husband, David Eason. The Ashley can exclusively reveal that David was removed from the courtroom on Wednesday after he showed up to the hearing, where Janelle and her mother, Barbara Evans, were battling legal rights for Jace. So he knows that he is not allowed anywhere near that kid, and he still shows up to the courtroom. Like, they do not listen. They do not listen. Oh my God. You know, I wasn't sure if today was the court. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. But I'm glad. Thank you, Ashleys. This is amazing. As the Ashley previously told you, a judge ultimately signed Jace into the care of Barbara, although he is currently officially in the custody of CPS. Janelle was stripped of her custody of Jace and is no longer allowed to see or speak to him unless the contact is initiated by Jace himself. I love it. I love it. David is also banned from having any contact with the 14-year-old. According to the courthouse source, Janelle and Barbara, as well as Jace, were with CPS all morning, with their court hearing taking place in the afternoon. The people at the court were shocked when David walked in. The courthouse source tells the Ashley, "The Easons are very well known around here, obviously, and we couldn't believe it when he showed up, considering what's going on right now, because he's an asshole. They don't know how to listen to rules. They think they're above any laws. They have zero respect for anybody at all. These two people, I am so glad that investigation is ramping up. Oh, I'm so glad." You know, how do you show up at court when you're told not to be there? The source tells the Ashley that David was promptly booted from the courtroom, much to Janelle's dismay. Oh my God, you're surprised? Seriously? On the bottom it says, "I guess I'll just be standing outside the courthouse looking in the window and mouth breathing if anyone needs me." I love the little quotations that the Ashleys puts on this. These two are unbelievable. David can't be around Jace whatsoever. Plus, there is an open investigation on him right now for Jace, stating that David allegedly assaulted him last month, the source says. They removed him ASAP. Speaking of the investigation, the source tells the Ashley that the detective who was assigned to the case when Jace was admitted into the hospital last month was at the court on Wednesday. Because Jace told the court about the alleged assault on him by David, as well as other alleged abuse of the other kids, oh my God, the detective was asking for. Yeah, this is the first time I'm reading it, and wow, Jace, you are such a brave young man. Oh gosh. So yeah, continue. Abuse of the other kids. The detective was asking for documentation and other items. A source tells the Ashley the investigation into the alleged assault on Jace and other alleged abuse is ongoing and is ramping up. Why are those kids still in the house? They should be removed while the investigation is happening. The court source states Janelle was informed during the hearing that because she and David allegedly did not cooperate with CPS or DSS the first time they tried to come to the land, a judge has ruled that her two youngest kids, Kaiser and Ensley, will be interviewed by authorities without Janelle or David present, something the Easons previously didn't allow. It was said in the court that the first time CPS came, they didn't let them in. The second time they came, David thought they were trespassers and threatened to shoot them. Oh my God. And the third time they came in, but Janelle only allowed the kids to be interviewed while she was present, the source said. The kids will now be interviewed away from Janelle. See, this is what your actions cause. You should have let them speak with the cops. You guys need to listen to the laws. And you know what? I'm actually glad that your kids will be able to speak without you there because they won't be afraid. And, you know, hopefully they learned a little bit from their bigger brother, who is a great role model, to speak up. Jace, I am so proud of you for speaking up. As the Ashley previously reported, Jace does not want to see or speak to his mother. In fact, according to the court source, Jace asked the judge if he could testify in a room because he didn't want to testify in the same room as Janelle. It is unknown if the judge allowed Jace to testify elsewhere or if the teen was required to do so in the courtroom. Yeah, to me that's horrible that a child is afraid to speak in front of their biological mother. And that's what makes me even more proud of him, because even though he has that kind of fear in him, he still had the courage to run away, call his May. She got help, and he spoke up. And Jace, just thank goodness you're safe. Jace was ultimately placed in the care of Barbara, although he officially remains in CPS custody. Another hearing will take place later this month so the judge can check in on how Jace is doing with Barb. As of press time, Janelle and David have remained silent on losing custody of Jace. On Thursday, though, Janelle posted several photos onto Instagram of her and David toasting over lunch. What is there to toast about? You just lost your son. And CPS has custody of him. He's living with Barbara, but CPS has official custody. And you and David are out toasting? There's something wrong with this picture, just like there's something wrong with every other picture. Oh my goodness. She also bragged that David hasn't had alcohol in 7 days because he just don't feel like drinking it anymore. And then it says on the photo, this guy hasn't touched alcohol in 7 days. Literally said, just don't feel like drinking it anymore. See, this is what I'm talking about. She puts her freaking dirty laundry out and then she wonders why people freaking talk about her. You should be talking about your son and how you miss him. Oh my God, like, do you miss this kid at all? Everybody else does, Jace. Everybody else cares about you. So that was the Ashley saying stay tuned, which means that there's more coming. The Ashley Roundup group, you guys are absolutely amazing with getting content out, and thank you so much for all the investigating you do and getting all the legal documentations. Honestly, I don't even know what to say about David and Janelle anymore. If they would just use their brains a little bit, not show up at court when you are not allowed anywhere near him. What were you trying to do? Let him see you and try to intimidate him? I'm not saying that's what you were doing, but is that what you were trying to do? I'm asking a question here. And, Barbara, again, thank you so much for stepping up. And, if things turn out in favor of the other children, you might have Ensley as well. And at 70 years old, that is a lot. And I just hope that, you have help. I know that there's a brother and a sister, so they have aunts and uncles. We just all are concerned for all of you. And David and Janelle, again, in a lot of my videos, I was trying to encourage Janelle to, try to reach out for help. If she's in a DV situation, that it is a difficult thing to get out of. But I just think that he's got such a hold on her. Maybe he wouldn't let her go to court alone. Who knows? Nobody really knows what control he has over her as well. But what's going on at the land, you meet Child Protective Services and threaten to shoot them? Come on, somebody pulls up to your property. People do that all the time. What if it was somebody coming to visit? How do you... I just don't even understand them. It's like, what is the land? When I hear the word the land, honestly, I'm not going to lie, it reminds me of Charles Manson. I'm sorry, but when I hear the phrase, the land, how they refer to it, the land, it just reminds me of something where you expect to see a cult and not a family with beautiful children. But yeah, honestly, that term kind of creeps me out, the way that they use that. But Janelle, you need to smarten up. And I truly, truly hope that this investigation gets those children out of the house and they can finally be happy. I really wish that they were out of the house while the investigation was going on. This way everybody knows that they're safe. Because, who knows? Just who knows? Guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Put your thoughts, your feelings. What do you think about David showing up at the court today and them sitting there toasting? What are you toasting about? I just don't get that. What I'm toasting about and what Barbara's toasting about and most Teen Mom fans are toasting about is that Jace went home with Barbara. She might not have custody of him, full custody. CPS has custody of Jace right now, but he is living with her. And when they do their walks, when they come through and make sure that everything is okay, I'm almost positive Barbara will have custody of Jace again. So she's going to have the last laugh here because she is making sure that her grandchild is protected and standing up like she always does since Jace has been 6 weeks old. This child has been CPS investigated more times in his life. He's had CPS involved. Then, how many times does CPS have to get involved? These kids should have been protected the first time that they went to court. And if they're not going to remove the kids to keep them safe until the end of the investigation, I do think that they should go into that house and get all of the guns, knives, weapons, anything that could hurt anybody. Take that out of the house at least. This is just ridiculous at this point, that he just thinks he's above everything. You failed again, David. They removed your ass. And Janelle, you keep on lying, and this is ridiculous at this point, and everybody says, fuck you. Your kids come first. And with that, I'm going to let Barbara sign off for us. Again, Barbara is going to sign off for us on every video because she's the woman right now. And I just want to say, Mystery Crew, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And remember, every single day is a mystery. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon.